Hello and welcome back to a new video. Today I will showcase how the map Last Resort works. So first we're gonna load into it. It has interesting music, sunset, silent night. And basically it has different rounds. Like you have, it's like the resort map, but it has like blocked water. They've of course blocked the best spot in the entire map. On the entire map. They have the snow here where you can't place things. And in general it looks like the path is the same, but it isn't. Like if I place down the dark monkey and I would just leave the balloons go around. They will first go around the big thing. Then around the middle thing. Then around the small thing. And around 4 they just go through. Like now, they just go around the small thing around 3, and on round 4, they will just go through. And you can remove that ice for 1000 bucks, and you will only get this little of water. Only this little thing. You won't get everything, you only get this little piece of water. This is a advancement after all. You can place a submarine or a boat into it, but I personally like a submarine. And the strategy for this map is basically put your defense here so it can just attack on that straight line. Like the more place balloons like around 40, 60, 80 and 100 will just go through, so you have to prepare your defense. And I always advise to go with a submarine with airburst darts for the beginning because it's very cheap for how much damage it does, for how far you can go with it. And it also has a lot of upgradability. For example, if I need lead popping power, I can just upgrade to the middle path. If I need some better camo popping power, I can upgrade it to the top path, to some emergent support. But I can also just upgrade it through the second path and have a dark monkey with, for example, with camo detection. So the tower is very good. Also, I am using the Christmas churches skin because just to be in the spirit. I know Christmas was and Christmas already passed, but still, it's still 2024. Very soon, it's gonna be a new year. Everyone, I wish a happy new year. And I guess I will see you next in the new year. Also, if you are planning to use Churchill, you should have it on like straight paths. Like Churchill can actually fit here. A lot of towers can fit here. On top of that, like you can place towers here, which I greatly advise you to do, because it's just the best path for them. At least the closest path. Like we can go for a lot of close range towers. For example, the ice monkey. A simple ice shards with the middle path of deep freeze is enough to just pop a lot of balloons. And if you upgrade it to embrittlement, it is a very good support option for your damage. And it also gives lead popping power, so if the leads are coming, they just pop. You don't have to worry about them at all. Like you can see here. Ice shards now give a lot more damage against group balloons. And they can, under some circumstances, actually pop white balloons. But it's not that common. Like if they get Balloons get frozen, they have ice shards, and the ice shards thrown can pop the white balloon. But that's not that common, because white balloons usually do not get popped by the normal ice monkey's attack, and do not get frozen. But yeah. Now we can finally get embrittlement. And I always say that supportive towers are better than damage dealing towers. Like, I would rather have a bunch of support towers than having a lot of damage dealing towers and just lose. Like, I think our damage will be the tag shooter, because the bottom path tag shooter is actually very good with embrittlement, because embrittlement buffs the damage, and each tag that's getting thrown out has increased damage. Like, if the tag's only do 1 damage and you have each tag gets plus 1 damage, it basically doubles the damage output of the tag shooter. Which wouldn't happen if you, for example, have one projectile that does like 10 damage. You get to give it plus 1 damage, it's 11 damage. So only a 10% increase instead of 100. And now it's funny that the Ice Monkey can just slow down the ceramic balloons for so long. And now I can also go for a glue, just to slow down the normal balloons. Like, we barely beat him here because Churchill, but that's the problem if they pop so late. Like, our defense is in the front, so we have to pop them early. Glue hose with corrosive glue is very good. And we can actually go for a spike factory just for safety. Like with long life spikes and white hot spikes. And put them on smart mode, so just in the end. This should help us beat the leaks that could happen. And if you are scared and you have Churchill, don't be afraid to use Churchill's ability. Churchill is pretty good and has a lot of more popping power if you use this ability. And the problem about this map is also that there are a lot of obstructions. Like, you cannot place something on this thing, you cannot place something on the lantern. Just have to, for example, if I would place a sniper here, it can see almost everything except the bottom thing. Would place it here, it can't see the right side. If I place it here, it can't see the left side. I would say this is actually one of the better positions, because the only thing that's obstructing his view is the lantern, that's it. And I would say stalling is also important, like very important. And if you are going for a main mob to stall things, you shouldn't forget shrapnel shot. Shrapnel shot basically makes the stun go to multiple Moab class balloons, which is very efficient. Especially if you go for cripple Moab and want that amplified. I cannot speak English. Amplified damage. Yeah. Aside from that, you can also just... Theoretically, you could go Glue Strike if you like abilities. But I do not like abilities, so I will not. I will not upgrade the submarine to a armor piercing dart, which also increase more up damage. Which is, as I already stated, very important. And now probably one of our last defenses is going to be another tag shooter. But this time it's a 402 tag shooter, just to pop all the small balloons. Because it has such a great power density. It has not a lot of range, but the damage is insane to the small group balloons. Like, it just melts them, like literally. But yeah, this is the showcase of the map. and a bit of a guide on how to beat basic difficulty modes. I hope you enjoy it. I use my creator support code in the Bloons item shop. It is linked in the description. And I guess I'll see you in the next year. Happy New Year. I hope you had a very good Christmas. And see you in the next video. Bye.